Okay, hi guys, welcome to the Success Formula for NRI Techie series. So I'm going to again talk about something very interesting today. Time in America for techies and all that, to do something different, to do something creative, to do something like fun. If you're living in India, you have a lot of time. You don't know that part. Here, a lot of time is lost. See, again, remember, here your life goes in couple of stages. First one is bachelordom. Then you have dink, double income, no kids, that is married without kids. Then you have kids. Then you buy a house, and that's when all these things start. That's when you are in the middle minus lifestyle. Before that, you are in middle minus, but your savings are very good. So if you want to save money and leave the country at that time, you can do that. But anyway, all those things later. I will definitely talk about like what is the perfect time to leave America. So I'll talk more about that. But today we're going to talk about in America, a lot of time gets wasted in everything. Okay. Typical routine of an NRI tech is he gets up in the morning at 8 o'clock and wakes up at 9 o'clock and goes to office and be in the office by 9 o'clock, come back from the office 5 or 5:30. In Bay Area, more time. You have to have late night, early morning calls. Even in other places, if you have on-site offshore calls, you may have to spend those times. You have to have late evening calls and early morning calls and all those things. Now, when you come back from office, there's just a lot of work. You have to prepare tea, you have to you have to cook food, you have to like do all this cooking, you have to clean up the kitchen, you have to do all those things, and there is hardly any time. Over the weekend, on Saturday, you have to do dishes, on every day you have to do dishes, you may have to do laundry, you may have to do weekly cleaning, and you may have to do so many other things. There are around the house, there are just so many things to be fixed, and all that takes a lot of time. And not when you have kids, taking care of the kids is a very time consuming task. You have to go drop them to the school, you have to pick them up from school, and those are all a little far away, 15-20 minutes away. You are very lucky if those are very near. I have some friends who live very close to the elementary school, but those are also not very great. Those are not the best neighborhoods to live also. The houses are just so small, it's not fun. So if you are here in America and you don't even buy a proper house, which is 700-800K house, then what's the fun in living there? So anyway, so typically you spend a lot of time. Let's say you want your kids to join a class. So this is where kids is a lot of time. They consume a lot of time. So I had a friend who was in Bangalore. I said he would drop the kid in the dance class. You know where the dance class was? In the same building. So he would go and drop the kid and come back. Whereas in America, you have to, like my kid's class was about 25 minutes away. So I would take the kid there. Then there's no point in coming back for 1.5 hours of class. So I would not come back. I would wait there. And then after 1.5 hours, pick her up and then bring her back. Yeah, you have to spend a lot of time in all these things. It's very time consuming. And they hack your time. So they hack your time, the whole system hacks your time. There are rules, very interesting rules, where you have to wait for the kid to stop this. You have to be on time everywhere. Like if you want your kid to be picked from the school or from daycare, you have to be there at 3 o'clock sharp for school. And at 6 o'clock, before 6 o'clock, you have to be there. If you don't come, then the cops will be called. So it puts a lot of stress on your mind. At least on my mind, it puts a lot of stress. To pick the kid on time, it's just so much coordination you have to do. You call here, call there, you call your wife to understand, when she will pick. All this is going on all the time. It just takes away all your time and your creative energy. Time and energy both get exhausted. So if you have a lot of, another thing is, another very important aspect of this thing is I tell NRI techies friends, hey, you know what? The time to do something important is bachelordom and during the ding times. When you are married without any kids. But what they do is they start to think of all these big things, when they have family. Yeah, because that's when they have green card or citizenship, right? So that's when they start to think of all these things, and that's not the time. You should start thinking from day one. If you ever want to achieve any special success here, you need to start thinking from day one. Even before you come here, you need to start thinking about it. You should strategize properly, and that's why I'm here. I'm going to tell you all those. So far I've been telling you all the issues, the problems. I haven't told you about the solutions, right? There are certain solutions that I know, and I would share those with you. But I'll definitely share those with you. For now, let's talk more about time. To get, let's say you want to get even to get the parcel delivered at your home, let's say you give the address of your home, then they will come to your home, and that's it, they miss it, then you have to go to, in our case, you have to go to half an hour away to the FedEx depot to collect it. That's where the shipping center is. There's just so many things which take a lot of time. If you have some Amazon package coming, then you need to make sure that you're at home. Otherwise, if you don't sign it, then we'll take it back. Everything just is so, and let's say you want some repair to be done, you have to call the person, and then you have to coordinate with him or her to bring them here. Similarly, all these grocery stores, everything, the nearest grocery store for us is about 10 minutes away. If you want to get basic thing like milk, if you want to get any other stuff, you have to go at least 15 to 20 minutes away. So this is life here. To get the basic things, you have to drive 15 minutes one side, and then you have to come back. Then you have to do the shopping and come back 15 minutes. So it's like 1 hour, 1.5 hour project. And if you want to have a big shop, so you have to plan everything because you're going so far away. So you plan everything. You Monday to Friday we make lists, and then on Saturday, Sunday when we go, we wanna go and get the things done once for all. So, but if you forget to write, which happens all the time, it puts a lot of pressure on your time. Just to go to Home Depot and get something is just a lot of work, and that happens all the time. And these are the things which put a lot of pressure on you, and because of that, your energy gets exhausted and your time gets exhausted, and you don't have any time for anything. I don't know how Americans live, really. They survive. They do very well in these things. They're very planned, so they do very well. But we Indians may not be as planned, and we will lose a lot of time. It will exhaust our energy. This exhausts our energy. That's what happens with me. At least it exhausts my energy. There is no energy left to do anything. Anyway, so or more things which take time. I told you about cleaning. Cleaning, many people choose to do the cleaning themselves. It just takes a lot of time. But let's say you're not doing the cleaning yourself. You're getting the cleaner here. Still, there is a lot of time you have to spend. You have to watch him or her, right? If the gardener is here, you have to watch him or her. You have to do just all these things. You cannot really, it's not easy. It's not easy. So that's the reason you will notice one thing about your friends in America. They are doing nothing creative. They are not having any kind of side thing going on. They would not try to do something. Let's say you had a friend who wanted to be a model. I have one friend who's still pursuing his passions but not making enough traction, and I think the same issue is there in his life also. He's having, but he didn't buy a house, he doesn't have kids, he didn't marry. He didn't settle yet, he didn't get settled here, he didn't start his life here. So anyway, coming back to the topic. So basically it's very hard. You would notice that those guys would leave their creative interests. If anybody is into story writing, he will stop that. If someone is in motivational speaking, he would stop that. If someone is in songwriting or lyrics or singing, they would stop that. It's very hard to pursue all those interests. First of all, they are very costly too. Remember, छोटी छोटी खुशियों की यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा कीमत है. तो छोटा गाना इंडिया में तो जाओ तो आपको you can get the song composed for 10,000 rupees. Here you need to spend $1,000, $2,000 to just get a basic thing done. Yeah. If you want to get a singing lesson, when I was in Bangalore, I used to take dance lessons, singing lessons, and I used to spend. I didn't have to spend the booty. So if in here, if you're making money, then then the dance teacher also has to make money, right? So they would charge around $60 an hour, $30 an hour if it's a desi guy. Painting $30 an hour. How would you pursue your dreams? You can buy brushes and paints and all those things are cheaper for you, but then what about the teacher? If you want to get the coaching, it's very expensive here, and it takes a lot of time. You have to go to the teacher, then you have to spend the time. It will be 15-20 minutes drive, 20-30 minutes drive. It's all about that. It just consumes your time. Everything just takes away your time. You have to spend so much time in all these things. Commute time is high, and everything is very high. Like, let's say you have to go to AT&T. Like, to buy this iPhone, I had to make 4 rounds to AT&T. It was a horrible experience. never really deal with AT&T store, trust me. So anything else, if you, for certain other things, they eat up your time, the whole process, like customer service. When you call customer service, they make you wait for half an hour, 45 minutes, and those are all premium times because you're exhausted after doing all this work. Then you have to take care of the kids, then you take care of all the work, you have to do all the work. Kaale bargad ki chudail wale sare kaam aapko karne padte hain. If you've seen the Sholay movie na, he said, who does all the work? He said, Kaale bargad ki chudail. You are the Kaale bargad ki chudail in this country. You have to do all the work, and after doing all this work, you just don't have any energy left to do any creative thing. That's why you notice that you would lose all your creative interest. All those creativity would just go down the drain. This is a very common phenomena. What else takes a lot of time in this country? Just everything, raising the kids here is very time consuming. In fact, they built it in the system. Remember I told you? So what happens is, like, I used to take my kid to the gymnastics class, right? And what used to happen is, when there would be meets means like professional leagues. I don't know how some parents do that. Some of my parents are pursuing, like, with their kids, they go to Oregon, they go to this place, they go to that place with their kids, and take their kids there, and have them participate in the rowing competition, in the archery competition, the tennis competition. They pretty much get exhausted. So now, talking about my kid, when I used to take her to the meet, they had a rule that you cannot drop the kid and go. And I asked them, why can't I drop the kid and go? He said, who will then watch? If all the parents drop their kids and go, then who would watch? They need audience. There was an entrance ticket you were supposed to buy. I would buy that entrance ticket. Still, I had to come and sit and watch also. So they would not just take the money, but they will take away your time too, and energy with it, right? So this is how the whole life is here. It's just made this way that you should spend a lot of time. They believe that your time is just of no importance, so they just suck up your time. All the processes are like that. They take away your time and they just kill your time, and that's why and they take away all your energy. And if you ask me, I feel that these are systematically injected into the system, into your life. They model your life. How much time do you have? You have 40-hour week, but then you have to do all these things too. They take away all your work. You have to make calls to customer service. All these things keep on happening. Nothing gets done in one call. You have to make multiple calls, and all these things just take away a lot of your time and energy. And it just is very exhausting. And that's the reason you will see your friends would lose all their interest, and they would not be doing anything after that. Once they start living in America, once they get settled in America. All right, guys, thank you very much. Success formula for NRI Tech is one more episode added to that. I will very soon start talking about the solutions to these things. But for now, let's just ensure that we understand the gravity of the situation. Thank you, guys.